Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm finally happy to show you my April plan with me video and I'm really hoping you're gonna like it as much as I do in the end. This month of March was not the easiest to me, but I feel like I managed to find the inspiration eventually and I really like how the spreads turned out. Let's get started. For the initial spreads, I decided to make it a little bit different this time and save up some space in my journal by putting the calendar on the left side from the title page, because usually I don't really have that many things happening in my calendar, so I don't need a full 2-page spread for it. And I feel like it just turned out very neat, very small calendar, but still very practical. For the theme of this month, I found an incredible art on Instagram. I'm gonna put some links in the description with oranges. I initially wanted to do something related to greenery, maybe plants, but I thought it would be a little bit too stereotypical for the spring month. But those oranges, they looked so good, they looked so vibrant, so juicy, and I just fell in love. I wanted to have something similar in my journal, and at the same time, it's incredibly easy to make. So I just made all these kind of branches or vine style things and just leaves in different greens, add in white, add in darker green, just to make the variety and different shapes. And then moving on to the actual title spread, I decided to make it a little bit more detailed, but the problem is I never know how to do more realistic type of style, so I had to look it up on Pinterest. Pinterest is great. So I just saw these drawings of oranges and it was so beautiful, and actually it turned out relatively easy to make. So I just made these 2 slices using 2 different types of yellow, adding a little bit of white in one of them to make the space between the sides, and a little bit of red just to make this contrast and kind of remind myself of blood oranges, and white, just clear white to make the highlights and to make it stand out, to make it look juicy, to make it look very delicious and edible. And as I was finally done with the title spread itself, I came back to the calendar spread of this month and I did the oranges. The idea for the bigger spreads was not to make it realistic looking or not to make it super difficult and super complicated. The idea was to make it a little bit more minimalistic and easier to copy. So I just used 2 colors. I used the warmer yellow for the oranges themselves, and then I mixed the same yellow with the simple red color to make these kind of shadows on them. And as the calendar spread was done, I just love it so much, but I felt like the title spread also needed some of those leaves and greenery to fill up the space and to make it a little bit more various. So I just added the leaves, and I just love how it looks in the end. And as the title spread and the calendar already are done, we are ready to move on to the second big spread of this setup. I saw a person on Instagram again doing this incredibly detailed content planner, and this is probably the thing I struggle in the most in the social media life is I want to post, but I just don't know what to post. I forget to post, I forget to make stuff to post. So I wanted to make a very detailed calendar with me knowing when I should post, what I should post, and how prepared I am to post it. So I got this calendar kind of spread on the left where I'm gonna be marking whenever I post something, and the big column with all the numbers there. This is where I'm gonna be writing what I'm gonna be posting on this specific day of the month. And on the left from the numbers, you can see different categories: draw, film, edit, and post. So it's pretty self-explanatory how prepared I am for this exact day and if I am actually going to post it. Logic. And on the right side, I decided to make a very simplistic habit tracker for this month. I really enjoyed the mood tracker from the month of March. You can probably see it in my previous video if you haven't seen it yet. But I struggle with mood trackers as well because I just forget to track it. So I decided not to dedicate the whole page for the mood tracker, so I just kind of track it with all the rest of my habits. And for the decoration, again, the same oranges. They look so pretty and they are so easy to make. I swear to you, if you feel like this is a bit too complicated or you're scared to try it, just try it. It is incredibly satisfying to just start working with all the green, and as soon as you add the first shades of yellow, the page just changes completely. It is so pretty and it's so satisfying to work on it, I promise. And after adding all of these additional sweet, nice green leaves, we are ready to move on. You probably thought this is where it's all gonna end because usually I end on the mood tracker, but for this month I decided to switch things up a bit and also include my weekly trackers. But again, like I said for the calendar, I don't usually have that much to track in my journal, even though I incredibly enjoy making it. So I decided to put these weekly spreads in less pages, so to say. So I decided to use it in a Dutch door kind of style. So I cut off a part of the page and I put all the days of the week in the middle, and on the sides I just did more oranges, just because it was so satisfying and easy to make and I just wanted to do more. But I thought that the spreads in the middle kind of looked a little bit too simple, so I decided to do the gold watercolor border around it. But I messed up with the watercolor again because I got so used to gouache that dries much quicker, so I smudged it. But if you want to see how I actually fixed it, I thought I was smart, but then I realized that it was probably the most simple thing you could do to fix it. But stay tuned till the end to see how I actually fixed all of those very annoying watercolor smudges. And again, the last of the leaves are done, and this is how I actually fixed the smudges. I just took a big brush, a lot of water, clean one, and I just washed the smudges away. I thought I was genius when I was making, but then I thought, that is so simple, why didn't I think of it before? But this is how you fix the watercolor smudges soon after you've done them. And just like that, the final flip through. I am so happy with how these spreads turned out. They are so warm, they are so vibrant and so easy to make. The calendar, very practical, but simple. Habit trackers, very nice, not too many. Content planner, very excited to try. And the weeklies, let's hope I'm gonna use them. Thank you so very much for watching this video, and I hope to see you very, very soon. Bye!